do a bump, 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 and then try to get me over here. Bump, 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 bump. Look how my body adjusts. I adjust for every bump that you do. Now, slow motion, just do an arch and stay arch. I'm gonna adjust now. Do it again. Just do a long arch and stay there. How I'm gonna adjust this now? Look how much up. Now go back again. Now bump. That makes sense? It's always the way we can really believe in the things. Well, if I do a lot of bumps, bump, 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 what happens? Well, the guy in the top adjusted. Now what happens when you make an arch? The guy in the top is on top of a ball. You make yourself like a big ball, so the guy, you on the top position, you mold to a ball. So the guy on the bottom, instead you do a bump, 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 make a long, 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 long. Now look at the ball. It's a big ball. Now the guy in the top is all spread. Now you can escape. And that's why you don't do the little bumps. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that we have to understand Jiu-Jitsu for ourselves, and we have to understand Jiu-Jitsu for a training partner. When we start to understand this, we are using intellectual mechanics here. You think about intellectual good moves. Hey, I want to try to understand why it's good for me and why it's bad for him. I'll try to understand why it's bad for me and it's good for him. I want to try to understand why. Want to understand why? Okay, I believe in the move. Now if I just do a little bump and the guy at the top doesn't know what to do and I escape, man, that's creating a bad habits to me. So when I go to my eyes like this, and the bad habits, every time that I see this, so I'm going to get in jiu-jitsu getting in spasms. How escape here? Just getting in spasm. Man, in cross body, how get out of here? Just getting in spasm. So the key for us is to understand why you don't do those things. Because the way yourself, yeah, I'm not doing this, but if I see somebody doing, I'm going to catch him. You are just allowing me to submit you. I got a chance to trap you. Why? Because you're giving, your body now is unprotected. You're doing so much bump, 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 bump. You expect my body to do something, but my body is adjusting to you. And jiu-jitsu is not fair. We learn those things, we adjust those things, and we memorize good mechanics and we memorize bad mechanics. And pretty soon on the end, a few years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, what's going to be is a collection of good mechanics that you acquire, that you polish, and those mechanics are going to follow you forever. It's going to something that you're going to do forever. And when you get older, you have to do those mechanics even better, because you're going to lose muscle, you're going to lose vitality, you're going to lose a lot of stamina. So what do you have to do? You have to rely on pure technique. That's why it's important to go slow in the beginning, because I want to acquire those techniques right in the beginning, not later. Right in the beginning. Later, I'm going to have tons of habits. So I want to make my good habits first here. When I'm a new guy, when I'm playful, I don't have obligation to win. I don't have obligation. But after black belt, man, people don't go easy against. People go easy against you.
You know, when they go soft, I don't like it, because I'm like, I know how to tap.
Yep.
It's like this. I've been doing it for trying to tap.
Yep.
You know, right? I mean, I'm not. Sometimes we go easier. You know, like, just tap me. I don't care.
I'm just talking about
Some people go hard.
Does anybody ever come to the mat saying, well, man, Cesar's a black belt, I'm going to take it easy for him. I'm going to black belt. Oh, the guy's no, you're a brown belt, I'm going to take it easy with you, okay? So let's go. We don't have that's how we train. I see a brown belt, oh, man, I'm going to see how I'm doing tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm a blue belt, I'm going to see how I'm doing tonight. I'm going to do my best. Man, I see it, man, I'm feeling good, I'm going to do my best. So that means when your belt get darker, we need to have the techniques way more polished, because people don't give us slack. Now when you're a white belt, brand new guy, yeah, people give a little slack here, a little slack there. Could be more forgiving. Why? Because you don't see people walking, man, you see how good I am, man? I walked to the school tonight and I tapped the white belt 5 times. So good. So we don't see that kind of thing happen quite often. But if I walk into school and I tap the brown belt 5 times, hey, I just tapped the brown belt 5 times. Hey, I tapped the black belt twice tonight. I think I'm doing pretty good. So that's how we perform. So the key for us is to understand that our belt's gonna get darker with the future, with the time. We wanna pay our dues way back there. I wanna pay my dues as a white belt. I wanna pay my dues as a blue belt, purple belt. I wanna pay my dues early, because later I don't have to anymore. I already understood all the in and outs. I understood all the checkmates in the game.
Professor, is that why black belts stop training? Like they're like, do you want to train? No, not today. Because they're afraid of getting tapped, right?
Exactly.
And when you see that, what do you say to the black belt? Or what do you...
The best thing
They still enjoy jiu-jitsu, right?
Well, they enjoy jiu-jitsu as long as they're winning. You know what I'm saying? But the moment they lose the first time, they're like, I don't want to train it. No, I don't. I'm not feeling good tonight, man. If you tag last time, yeah, no, I cannot do it. And then very pretty soon, I'm going to be saying, man, who's in the school tonight? I go over here. Oh no, he's here. I'm going. This kind of things happen. I saw this happen in Brazil. So I saw a lot of people in Brazil, because Brazil doesn't have too much finesse, and people over there, they don't have too much, their culture is more like a macho culture. So people fight in Brazil, they go for fight. So it's very common that you're a black belt, you walk into school, and you see blue belts, they see a black belt, and they cheat. The blue belts, they go after the black belt like a no tomorrow. And the black belt has to spank the blue belt, like a literally. The only problem, the black belt might be 40 years old, 42, 44, 46, maybe 50, and he still fight for his life. He does pretty good in the first match. On the second match, when you get up the third, fourth match, 50 years old, now the blue belt's still chasing you. What you do? You stop training. You quit jiu-jitsu. If you see a black belt quitting jiu-jitsu, we are guaranteed that's what happened. He was a young guy, tough, strong, powerful, got his black belt. Now he's getting older, and he used to tap everybody. Now he comes to the school, hey, now he's suffering a little bit. So what he done? He stopped. And he's gonna say, man, remember how we used to be back then? Do you remember I used to train? Do you remember training back then? Do you remember, man, we used to be tough? We used to train. Yeah, what are you doing today? I haven't trained no more. He stopped. That is the real story about jiu-jitsu, that people does not understand jiu-jitsu, they just do jiu-jitsu. That's what you gotta think about. If you go slow, if you go easy, think about this. What you premeditating for your longevity if you go slow? When you get older, 50 years old, you're gonna have the same stamina as a 20. When you get 60 years old, you're gonna be the same stamina as a 30. So you know the stamina is gonna go down. So imagine now if you come here at 20 years old, and instead of use 100%, you just play very slowly. And you accustom yourself to play just slowly. You slippery, you move here, you navigate there, you slippery. You're 20 years old. Now you keep training. You're 25 years old, slippery. Now you're 50. You're still slippery. What changed? Nothing. You're still using jiu-jitsu with the same percentage. The key for you guys is to understand percentage. So if you come to the mat as a white belt and you put 100% every single day, 100%. When you get 50 years old, your 100% is going to be completely different than 100% at 20. 50 years old, 20 years old. 100% at 50 years old is not the same. But what happened is the blue belt, 20 years old, he only using 20%. When you get older, 50, 60, 70, well, now he's only have 20% of this muscle. But still the same. You got accustomed to use 20% of your effort from the beginning. Now you only have 20%. So it's nothing changed for you. And that way, you can be just like this guy here. Grandmaster Eddie Gracie, guess what? He was 95 years old on the mat. At 92, he tried to kick my butt. 92 years old, he tried to kick my butt. So how this can be possible? Because he was only using 20% the whole entire life. Doesn't mean you have to do this all the time. It means that you use 20% in the normal train. Once in a while, you go quick, and after that you relax again. Once in a while, you go fast, you relax again. But you don't go the whole entire time. That's when you build the habits, that's when you get hurt, and that's how you're gonna quit. I've seen this happen hundreds and hundreds of times. And another amazing thing that happened, I go back to Brazil, I see my friends there, core belt, old guys. They tough guys. They used to kick my butt on the pass. But the problem is, on the pass, they used to be 100% physicality. Now they're 60 years old, the physicality not anymore. It's like the guy doesn't even know jiu-jitsu. Forget jiu-jitsu, don't know anymore. He's still a quarter belt, tough guy, but he cannot use nothing because he doesn't have the muscle anymore. He doesn't have the endurance anymore. He gets out in the first 3 minutes. 2 minutes he gets out. So that's a recipe for you guys. If you guys want to build longevity on the mat, better understand this now than later. The only thing I do, come to the mat, you play, you smile, you're friendly, you treat everybody with respect, you grapple with everyone. I was like this. Everybody's gonna love to grapple with you. Everybody's gonna love to share moves with you. Now, how many guys are gonna share moves with you if we come here every single day? Every single day you come here, you want to fight every single day. How many guys are gonna share more moves to you? How many guys are gonna give more moves? Man, you already gave me such a crazy time on the mat. Do you think I want to show my favorite moves to you? I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna hide my favorite moves. Gonna be out here. And when you spread this to an academy, that's the problem for the instructor. That's horrible because you create little groupies, little guys. I just train with the girls. No, I don't train with you. No, I don't like this. I don't like the guy. Oh, I don't want to train. So I don't want to mix with those guys. Now, when everybody's friendly, when everybody's smiling, everybody trains with everyone. Nobody has pride. Nobody has ego. We tap as a need. We're just playful. You get tapped. They got, come here. Let me show you. Let me show how far I did. Go that teach you everything. That way, you create a laboratory. And the laboratory is there, my friend. You're never gonna lose. The laboratory is gonna live for the rest of your life. You can go visit any other school. You can go train in any other school. You can go any other association, any other place. People gonna see you, gonna look at the way how you move. They're gonna say, where did you learn that stuff, man? Why are you so calm when you train? How come it's so smooth? How come it's so technical? And you're gonna see that you're gonna be the last one to shut the lights, man. You're gonna be on the mat way longer than anybody else. I've seen this happen in Brazil, and I watched people quitting Grandmaster Ali's class. If I was able to see with my own eyes people quitting his class, imagine my class. You know, imagine everybody else's class. So if people quit Grandmaster Ali, Grace that was there every night, ready to teach us, and people quit, it's because the pride, the disposition, your stamina, the way how you act on the mat, you cannot be the tough guy every single day. Cannot. You cannot be the king of every single day. It's going to come one time that you have to, you're going to slow down a little bit. So you better understand what you do early, not when you're black belt. Understand early. When you're black belt, you should be able to navigate. You should be able to glide. And by the way, don't be ever embarrassed to tap. Tap is good. Tap's the best thing to do. To make the guy work really hard. When he finally gets you, just to do it, and then let you go. Man, that's the way to understand jiu-jitsu. What's the problem? You should do this early, right early. You tap, you learn. If you don't tap, you don't learn. Anyway, more mechanics. Bring some other stuff here.
We want to go over the
Doors.
Paul, what was your question about the dart? You want to defend it or?